Chat.
All chat.
All chat, baby.
1, 2, 3, 4. All chat.
All chat.
All right, that should be good. All right, and we are live with episode number 12 of All Chat.
12 already.
Just the boys tonight.
Yeah, we could not get any fun guests this time around. Last guy was awesome.
Mm-hmm. Kendall, did you find out the trial by combat thing of Rudy Giuliani said?
Nah. I thought it would have been really fun, though. There's no actual documentation of his speech.
Really?
Like Rudy Giuliani.
No one filmed it?
I'm gonna keep looking as we talk here because speech yesterday.
I wish Rudy Giuliani was married. What was yesterday? Wouldn't it have been on when the Capitol was raided?
2 days ago, yeah.
3 days, I think.
Okay, there's a speech transcript. I
That was
actually
the
do
6th.
think I found it. All right, I found the speech transcript. If you guys are really curious.
I want to know.
All right. So he goes. So this is before the Capitol storming. It was right before it too. But he was out there with the mob. He said, "Hello, everyone. We're here just very briefly to make a very important 2 points. They talk so weird. Number one,
they all have
they
brain
really do.
worms or brain cancer or something. I don't know.
Number one, every single thing that has been outlined as the plan for today is perfectly legal. I have Professor Eastman here with me to say a few words about that. He's one of the preeminent constitutional scholars in the United States. It is perfectly appropriate, given the questionable constitutionality of the Election Counting Act of 1887, that the vice president can cast it aside, and he can do what a president called Jefferson did when he was vice president. He can decide on the validity of these crooked ballots, or he can send it back. What's up?
Wouldn't that be ridiculous if the vice president could just do that? If the vice president could just be like, "Nah, we're staying in power."
Yeah, he's like, we gotta do a recount or whatever.
They've done so many recounts.
Or he can decide on the validity, send them back to legislators, give them 5 to 10 days to finally finish the work. So they think the work's unfinished. They think they're like, it's okay. So and then after that, the crowd chants Rudy, and then he says, "It seems to me we don't want to find out 3 weeks from now even more proof that this election was stolen, do we?" And the crowd was no. He says, "So it is perfectly reasonable and fair to get 10 days. And you should know this. The Democrats and their allies have not allowed us to see one machine or one paper ballot." Now, if they ran... You guys didn't see any of that before.
We didn't see it, though. If I don't see all 70, however many, 78 or whatever million votes went to Joe Biden, if I don't see every one of those ballots, then there's no proof that they're real.
Well, hold up. But what if you do see them 3 times over? Manual, by hand, 31 cameras in the room, recounts. Is it even enough to see all the ballots?
What about the fake ones?
I think you just need to make up ballots. Because at this point, it's like...
What about the fake
it's
ballots?
Fake.
Though?
It's like, okay, well, recount 3 times. It's like, well, what... We can't just count more. It's just not going to...
You know that every time they do a recount, they add more ballots in for Joe Biden, right?
Yeah,
That's
every
how that
time.
works. They kept finding more. They keep doing recounts and they keep showing up for Joe Biden. More turn up every time.
Whenever I want to laugh, I just watch the videos during election night, the videos of the days after election night when all the Republicans are like, "Stop the vote" or "Count the vote." And they're just in Arizona changing what they chant, and around the country they're just either count the votes or stop votes. And I'm
depending on where you are, yeah.
What do you want?
Want a lot of
this
things.
group has absolutely no cohesive. No, they are all a very cohesive group. Never mind, they all believe in one. They all have a very rigid set of ideals that are just mind-boggling goofy. They don't make sense. They'll never make sense.
Dude,
yeah.
So you guys ready for some really unsurprising hypocritical shit? So at the end of this statement, basically, He says, now, if they ran such a clean election, why wouldn't they make all the machines available immediately? If they ran such a clean election, they'd have you come in and look at the paper ballots. Who hides evidence? Criminals hide evidence, not honest people. But didn't Trump, like, he was hiding his tax returns for 5 years.
Yeah, that's why they know that criminals hide evidence.
Yeah.
That's how they know.
All right. He goes on. Over the next 10 days, we get to see the machines that are crooked, the ballots that are fraudulent,
like the Hillary machines, the Hillary ones,
the crooked Hillary machines. I hate crooked. I hate that word. The ballots that are fraudulent, and if we're wrong, we will be made fools of. But if we're right, a lot of them will go to jail. Let's have trial by combat. I'm willing to stake my reputation. The president is willing to stake his reputation on the fact that we're going to find criminality there.
Can we get? Wait, does Rudy Giuliani want to do trial by combat? Is he offering himself?
That's a weird Donald Trump's presidency. Throw in there.
That made no sense in the context of what he was saying, but it's really great that he said that.
We're not even halfway through. Do you guys really want to keep?
Rudy Giuliani is just the ravings of a madman.
No, really,
he used to be America's mayor,
and he's just literally just using Democratic talking points when they're talking about what the fucking Republicans did these last 4 years. It's just crazy, man, because like the FBI like came out 2 years ago now saying that like the election was kind of pushed in favor of Trump in 2016 by foreign interference, and Trump also like called countries like asking for help on re-election this time around and stuff. It's like, how can you look at that and think Trump's like the guy I want?
You just believe the lies.
Yeah, or you believe the Democrats are the only ones doing it.
I think they just make up their own lies, though, or like they make themselves like believe it, because it's like what are you getting out of this? Like, you're being like, it's still like, for me, like what's even more unbelievable than like the racism, the sexism, the homophobia, the discrimination that goes on with conservatives, the pro-life stuff, like whatever, man. Okay, cool, we get it. You're like a bad person. But what still boggles me like senseless is, why are you voting outside of your self-interest? You are voting against yourself. You're voting like poor white people are voting against themselves.
Is it that mind-boggling though? Is it that mind-boggling? They've been like brainwashed.
It's to own the libs. Vote against yourself to own the libs.
It's all a meme. It's all a joke. And I'm like here like thinking about it, and it's like, seriously, like, why are you like, when Liberty Hangout, like my favorite thing is when conservatives claim they have facts, hands down, is to look up their facts.
Yeah.
The single best thing one can do when a conservative is like, look at these facts. Oh, here's my sources. Look at them. Seriously, like legit, just read them. Like, because their sources will only help your argument, because they're either extremely racist, pseudoscience, quotes from like the 1920s of like pure anti-Semitic, like just huge anti-Semitic articles, or it's just not, or a blog spot. It's a blog spot. Like
4chan, man. 4chan is like a very valid source. A lot of smart people on there.
PragerU cites a blog spot in one of their videos, and I'm like, you can't fucking do that. It's a blog. It's not a peer-reviewed. It's not even news.
Someone's opinion. I love like also like appeals to the authority of just like with someone's quote, where it's like, this person said this, like it's like, okay, and like just because someone quoted something doesn't mean that's the law. Like, I mean, unless it's like the law, I guess. If you're quoting the law, then it means it's the law. But if it's not the literal law, then
check your sources. Check your sources. Don't listen to one person, because humans were fallible. I don't know.
I love how do your own resource means go to like shady websites that agree with your opinions.
Exactly. And it's all about, and there's like searching bias too. Sorry, go ahead, Kyle.
Confirmation bias.
Hold up. You keep talking, because I want to find my source before I make a statement here.
Because I worked at my own job. I worked with a lot of people who were like conspiracy theorists, right wingers, and the way they like search stuff, like that's how they would like find the shit they want. Is like, instead of Googling like Okay, let's just use recent events for example. Instead of Googling, did Joe Biden cheat the election? They Google Joe Biden cheated in the election, kind of deal.
I see what you're saying.
That's what they'll type. Yeah, that's what they'll type.
How you ask the question will also
so
give you results that confirm what you want to hear.
Exactly. And they don't do it on purpose. It's just because like it's already in their head, so they're just gonna like type it out. I don't know. It's just like that idea is already pretty rooted.
Did the internet like ruin the world?
Social media did for sure. I think internet was a great step forward, but social media is awful. Like a lot of people younger than us, man. Like nobody wants to be like a fucking astronaut anymore. Everyone wants to be popular.
I want to be on TikTok. I don't want to go to space.
You know,
fuck TikTok.
A whole generation of TikTokers.
We're getting like we're raising a bunch of people who are validated by clicks. You know.
Oh, I will say though, I think TikTok did man up and or did like grow up and put their servers in the U.S. or whatever.
Yeah, because they had to.
Dude, honestly, in the least Republican way possible, I was totally fine with that.
Me too.
When Trump banned TikTok, I was like, "Shut up, you old man!" And then it was like, "Oh, it's a national security risk," and I'm like, "Sure, it is, boomer." And like, but then I thought about it, and it's like, well, probably not. But also, like, that's not why you want it. But in my head, I was like, I mean, yeah, I'd be cool with like banning TikTok if like, you know, if the data that it says it collects is being collected within China. It's like, absolutely. What are you talking about?
The Chinese government can literally just be like, hey, TikTok.
Yeah. So
check literally like you find like a kid of some or some like official or whatever who has the TikTok downloaded on their phone because they're like 4-year-old watches. I don't know. I think that's maybe a little too young. Their 8-year-old watches TikTok or something.
Yeah.
TikTok had to make that. TikTok had to make that choice, and I was like, "You don't got it, man. ByteDance does not have to like cave in. Like that's. I mean, you're a private company. Do what you want." But I was like, "Yeah, man. I don't want China. I don't want American secrets going out to China. As in, like, I don't want them to like watch videos or have like." Evidence of us embarrassing ourselves more than we already do in the world theater.
I also just don't trust China's information gathering and government in general. But
bro, China has concentration camps and we have videos of it, so like I don't know anyone else like.
Don't we still have kids at the border?
We do too.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I will say, our like the this is the whole like nuclear bomb argument. Like we what like our like the constant like the like the border camps, like they are pretty much concentration camps, all in the sense that these people are being held.
They're doing forced labor. There's forced labor. There's like insane confinements, really like low standards of like living. Like there's the forced hysterectomy. Like there's like everything horrible you can think goes down in these places.
Are you talking about today, like in the U.S.?
Yeah, like the.
Did you hear about the forced hysterectomies? That was like
based
during August. Okay. And then I saw a thing about. I'm not like super confident about this. It was a little while ago, but I did see an article about forced labor, like labor camps or something, like where they were having them basically do work for us.
Yeah, that's the thing is, the U.S. like well, I mean, yeah, like the whole ICE camp stuff is absolutely becoming like much more concentration camp like. But I don't know if anyone's blown the whistle. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me in the slightest. But I don't know if anyone's blown the whistle on like extrajudicial killings inside it.
Oh yeah, I mean,
like the whole like do it. Or sorry, they died of like a heart attack in their cell.
Yeah.
Because like that's the stuff in like the Uyghur camps in China is like these people are like forcefully taken from society.
They're getting their organs harvested.
And then they're just like confined up. They're forced to, it's like huge forced labor camps. And then people just disappear. Their children are taken and re-educated. And then, which is like what we're doing. We're taking kids and re-educating them. It's kind of fucked up. Well, it's really fucked up. But then they're just like killing people.
Theirs is just like a little bit worse. Like
Oh yeah. I will say, if I had to make the call right now, I'll go on record. I would say China's Uyghur camps are like 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 a tiny at the
They're a
least
tier above, I think. I think it might be like a China camps, America camps, where they're like a decent league above, but like we can't like be like take the moral high ground about like looking at their country and being like, look at what they do. It's like we do pretty much the same shit.
Yeah. I will say that like ours are definitely If you had to say which was worse, I'd say China, but we're definitely not in a position.
America's not the person to like call out China for that while we're doing not much better.
I will say though, a good example of how like that argument is used poorly, 100% is United States or Japanese internment camps during World War II. That's my least favorite. That is one of my most triggering arguments that like the far right makes of like, well, the U.S. was like just as bad, man. Look what we did for like the Japanese people. And I was like, there are clear differences between Nazi Germany concentration camps and United States Japanese internment camps. Neither are justified. Absolutely, the U.S. concentration camps were absolutely terrible, and like the internment camps, absolutely terrible, extremely racist. Should have never been done, and there's no justifying it. But there's a clear difference between those and like the Nazi camps. There's a very big difference.
No, I agree, because Nazi camps was more about like going to go kill like as many people or like as many as this inferior race as you could.
I mean, both were pretty systemic. The United States was like, yep, they're Japanese, round them up. And Germany was pretty much they're Jewish or black, disabled, gay, Romanian. Gypsy is like a slur. You can't, it's like not like really like the nicest thing to say.
Is it Romanian then over that?
Yeah, like it's Roma people. Like the term gypsy is actually like considered to be a slur. So like it's one of those things where like it's a really really common word. Like people just like throw it around and like use it in articles and stuff. But it is considered like to be like an unoffensive term for Roma people. So
very interesting. I actually had no clue about that.
Yeah, it's one of those things where like it's I mean it's not like I'm not calling anyone like racist if they're using that term, because it's a system that like you are not taught that is as bad as other people of that culture like receive it as.
Yeah, exactly.
But no, Japanese internment camps were not okay. Definitely not the same as German concentration camps at all. But both were very bad. Both were terrible. Both should have never happened. And there is no justifying either or.
Yeah, I agree.
Fight 200 third graders or a bear with sharks for arms.
Wait, what?
Would you rather fight 200 third graders or a bear with sharks for arms?
One bear, shark's arms?
Yeah.
Versus 200
200 third graders. How big is a third grader?
I'm going to guess like 70, 80 pounds. I have no idea.
Third grade. They're 8 to 9 years old.
How much do 9-year-olds weigh?
How big is a 9-year-old?
Is it 300 at once?
No, 200. It's not 300. What do you think?
Is it 200 at once?
200 at once. Fight 200 third graders or one bear with sharks for arms.
Unarmed? Like what type of setting is this?
Let's think about it. I think let's just do gladiatorial, big field.
No weapons?
No weapons. No weapons. We can talk about weapons later.
The kids. It's gotta be the kids.
Sharks for arms, man. That's tough.
Bro, kids. I could never body a shark. There's no way.
Yeah, you can't body a that's so many teeth. A bear with 2 sharks attached to it.
Yeah. Exactly.
A bear is I would take an infinite number of children before I could take a bear.
Yeah, and also like you can use some psychological warfare tactics on children, where like if you're like brutal enough to the first kid that goes up to you, maybe some will run away. You know?
Exactly. If you make it look awful, they'll be like, oh shit. Like all you do is hit him in the face and they'll back off.
You could also probably, I feel like I could use a third grader as a weapon.
Using the like average adult bear arm length, like not like wingspan, but like half of it, like just their one arm, using that as like the lever arm, on average bear, like a full adult male bears can swing their arms and have their like paw or whatever exert a force of 440 pounds.
That's 440 pounds of shark teeth digging into you.
They can bop your head off. Like they can just bop your head off. Like just a
yeah, one swipe can kill a man. Actually,
really?
It's great
without charged arms. Yeah.
They don't even have to try. They just swing.
Yeah, you can take off
that arm. And you're dead.
Can take off the sharks for arms, and I still would rather. You could just have one bear or 200 third graders, and I'd take the third graders.
Yeah, but like, what happens if the third graders win? Like, you get swarmed, and they just start like tearing you apart.
Yeah, but like, what happens? There's zero worlds where like if I were to have to fight a bear in hand-to-hand combat 100 times, I win no times.
I feel like if I was fighting third graders, I'd use one as a weapon because that's fucking scary.
Yeah, you like lift one up and just start swinging, like maybe like spin in a circle.
Yeah, exactly. The first one runs up, 2 punches to the face. She starts crying. You grab him by the fucking legs, and you just start fucking.
And I don't think it takes a lot of force to like kind of like throw a third grader on the ground. But Twitch have anything against theorizing about fighting children?
It's self-defense. Bro, okay. So this is what I was trying to find. I found it, and I needed to find it before I like talked about it. But in Liberty Hangout, I watched one of her videos. It's fucking hilarious. I get a kick out of that every single time I watch like anything of hers, and she keeps bragging about like, oh, but like Trump, like on average, American families saw a $2,000 tax savings in 2018 under Trump's like tax bill. Like, are you saying that like that's not good? Like, do you want Joe Biden to raise your taxes? And like deconstruct, just like, thank you, Caitlin. Thank you so much for telling me that because I Googled it. I just did a Google. Like I just did a search. I think
I know about this though. Like that tax, that break, you're going to say that break that did save you $2,000 in 2018, but I think after like 2020 something, it like increases. You pay more in taxes.
Well, yes, that's the other thing is after 2020 the tax goes up. First of all, for middle class families or for anyone under the third quintile and under, so the 3/5 bottom 3/5 of Americans, but like objectively
and then the top ones don't get increased at all, right? It stays at what Trump said it.
Oh, so Joe Biden's gonna get blamed for this.
Well, like just like in terms of what like her comment, like of what she claimed, like then, not even talking about the future, like everyone's like all the tax brackets had a tax decrease, objectively speaking, in terms of percentage wise. In the lowest quintile, so the bottom 20% of Americans. That is $14,170 or less per year average income. Saw a 0.4% decrease in their tax, 0.4%. Whereas the second quintile, 36,450, saw a 1.2% decrease. The middle, 65,600. Saw 1.6% decrease. Fourth quintile, 114,300, 1.9, and the top quintile, the top 20%, $347,940 and higher, saw a 2.9% decrease. As in, from the bottom, from like the bottom fifth to the bottom fifth to the fourth fifth, I guess. So like the bottom 80% of Americans, the difference is a 1.5% tax decrease. And then from the top 20% just to the next, like top 20% to the top 40%, it's a 1% difference. It's literally like it's it is the biggest disparity by far, and that shouldn't be the case. The biggest disparity should be from the bottom going up, whereas like the top earners, 347,000 and higher, get a 2.9% decrease in their taxes. And this isn't like dollars. We're not talking dollars here. You're talking about percentage.
Yeah, that's a lot of fucking money.
They practically pay the same, and the rich people get almost 3% decrease. Oh, 3% is not that much. Well, it's the principle. The average American, well, guess what, man? Jeff Bezos is one person, billions and billions and billions of dollars. So, like, that just completely throws off the average. So when you do tax cuts for the rich, it completely disproportionately skews the data because you can be like, the average American. It's like, no, you're misusing the term average. This is not like you are incorrectly using that.
And speaking of rich people, Jeff Bezos is no longer the richest man in the world. It's now Elon Musk for some fucking reason.
Get dunked, bro. Get dunked. I didn't like Jeff Bezos.
How is something more profitable than Amazon at the end of the day?
Cars, bro.
Cars. Yeah, Tesla, is it?
I set my source. Next.
Yeah, like I don't know why Tesla's stock went up so much. Also, like, is it just literally like rich? Is it like money making scheme for rich people? Or like they just invest. It's like Bitcoin. Tesla is Bitcoin. It goes up for no reason.
Let me
check Bitcoin price right now. But it's been going crazy.
What is Bitcoin still like a huge thing?
It hit all-time high like just a few days ago.
Bro, Mike, we could have made so much money if we kept our Bitcoin in.
Yeah, I know. Because as we speak, it's worth $38,000.
I wish I put money back in the day. I wish I put money back in the day when like you guys were getting into cryptocurrency. Because Micah, you got like really into cryptocurrency for a while.
Yeah, I know, but then I lost all my money in it because I didn't know what I was fucking doing. Well, I bought a whole bunch of altcoins, which I guess is not the way to go.
I remember.
No.
That is not the way. I just remember
hoping one of them would like blow up. But like now, like I guess like you just put it into fucking Bitcoin.
I got platinum coin.
Yeah.
Well, I did put in 50 into Bitcoin and 50 into Ethereum, and then I pulled out like $350. So I made a big profit on it, and I used it to buy Christmas presents.
Dude, it was
literally. I would call that a middle class success.
Earlier this year, though, Bitcoin was $4,000, and now it's 38. So like next time it drops down to like the sub 10,000, it's probably worth buying some more.
What's the Litecoin price? Because I left my Litecoin price in there.
I think I can tell you. Give me 1 second.
Ooh,
do you have money? Do you still have money in Litecoin right now?
Yeah, I have like a whole Litecoin.
So nothing crazy. Nothing's gone as crazy as Bitcoin did. Yeah, 180.
Oh yeah.
Do you guys think it's smart to get in the Bitcoin now and just wait?
No. It's during a bull. It's the bull market right now. Don't get in.
Okay, I gotta keep up on it.
You just have to watch it for like get in like a year when it's like low again, and then just
get in like a year and just wait.
It looks like it just like kind of goes crazy every 3 years, and then it's gonna have a huge crash again though. Like the same thing's gonna happen that happened before I bought.
Yeah, because everyone who bought in is gonna sell, so it's gonna crash again.
And just a reminder for everyone at home, currency isn't real.
Yeah.
Like even fake currency isn't even real. Like it's not like none of this is real. There isn't even physical tangible Bitcoin.
Don't put your life savings into Bitcoin. But like next time Bitcoin is like really low, throw $1,000 in there. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm just gonna do $100 honestly. I would just do 100. 1,000's a lot. I feel.
I would probably put 1,000. I think next time it drops to like really low, I'll probably do 1,000. Because if you can get that, like literally, if I bought that 1,000 would be 10,000 if I bought 1,000 at its low this year.
Do you buy like a whole Bitcoin or like?
No, you just buy pieces of a Bitcoin.
That's so weird.
Well, because a whole Bitcoin is now $38,000. So no, you don't buy a whole one.
I really wanted to get into garlic coin. It was like a Reddit made meme coin.
Yeah.
Look up garlic coin, Micah. There's still post memes on that subreddit. Cause like who the fuck doesn't like garlic?
I like garlic.
Yeah, garlic's amazing. I last visited garlic coin 3 months ago, it looks like.
Really?
I should check my Coinbase. I haven't I haven't opened that in eons.
Open it, yeah. Tell us what you see.
Yeah, I'm curious now.
I put $50 into Litecoin. That's how much I put in.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I guess I just wonder what's gonna happen. I guess we just have to keep waiting. But like, it seems like it's just cyclical. Like, I should have, I don't know, just never pull out. I guess.
Everyone with your stimulus checks, just buy the Bitcoin. It trickles down.
The way that
trickles down. Everyone just buy the Bitcoin.
Was just you put a bunch in and then you delete the app off your phone.
Yeah.
And then
you
just don't think about it. Like, you keep your wallet key and stuff like written on a piece of paper. Put that shit in like your safe or something. But then just
yeah.
There it is, man. Just forget about it.
If you try to like look at it all the time, you're just gonna sell it.
Yeah, you psych yourself out.
Yeah.
Oh, 100. That's what I did.
Shit.
But then
it's
I was
$25 higher. Oh shit! It's $25 higher. I got it.
What was the price in fucking high school when we first found out about it? And we just like, literally, if we put like $20 in there, we'd all be millionaires. We put $20 when we first found out about Bitcoin.
A dude I worked with was the biggest douchebag during the cryptocurrency debacle last year. He was a train driver. I didn't really even work with him. I don't know this guy, but he just showed up at work and he was talking about how he bought like 20 GPUs to mine Bitcoin. He made a big mistake because he did it like right towards the end of the cryptocurrency craze. What drove me crazy, why I'm so mad about that, was just because of graphics card prices, man. They still are like really high because of this.
My $50 is now worth $91.80.
Nice. Sell that and put it in Bitcoin.
Yeah, that's in my like.
In 2012, when we first found out about it, a Bitcoin was $5.
What the?
If you put $50 in Bitcoin, that's $400,000 now.
Yeah,
that's like half a house, right?
Yeah,
I'll give it a year.
That is a house. $400,000. That's a whole house.
No, that was more of like a Zoomer housing market.
Yeah.
What's the app that you get to go look at and buy currency and stuff?
Coinbase is like a big one. There's probably other ones now. I think you can do it on Robinhood and Cash App. There's a lot.
Robinhood, no, don't do Robinhood. I don't even care if you're doing stock trading. Robinhood's for like the casuals who think they're smart.
Yeah. I use Acorns.
It's for filthy casuals.
I like Acorns. It's just like auto like invest for you, but like here I can look at. I started a retirement fund through Acorns.
I also have a retirement, like the county made me a retirement fund back in 2012. Yeah. And it's just, it's been like, 8 years now, 8.5 years. And I'm just like, well, I wonder how much money's in there.
I've gained out of like this with Acorns, out of like the money I put in, my market gain or loss right now is at $218. That's 6% increase.
Not bad.
So
what's
it's just
Acorns again?
So Acorns, I have it. It's like a investing app where you just like tell it what it like makes a portfolio for you and just like tell it what you want, and then every time you link it to your bank account, and every time you make a purchase, it rounds up to the nearest whole number and invests it.
And like that money, that's actually not bad.
Yeah, so it's just like a way to invest without like really like thinking about it. And then I also like put like $25 in every week. I'd do more if I could afford more. And then right now I also have I have for my retirement, dude, it's already gained 22%. You can do, they have a retirement fund and like they have the retirement fund and then just an investment fund. The investment fund you can pull out whenever you want. The retirement fund you cannot pull out whenever you want.
Well, yeah, of course, that's how it works.
But I already have what's up?
Like, when do they let you withdraw it?
Retired.
Yeah, when you retire, I don't really know how it works.
It's a certain age. Yeah. It's a certain age when you can pull it.
Yeah, you need, like, even if you like you need to hit it like an age to like receive your retirement fund.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have a current thing going right now where I have a retirement account set up at my bank. Every month, it just takes a set amount of money.
That's good. Yeah.
Yeah. I need to find my retirement account and see what's.
I mean, I only have like 1,500 in there, but like over time that'll keep growing. So.
Exactly, with interest too.
$8,000 the last time I checked, and
you
I
had
don't
what?
know. $8,000
$8,000 in your retirement fund?
at the end of 2016. Yes.
What? How?
Bro, like a huge portion of our youth corps money went into that.
Really? They put like a big amount?
Yeah, it's one of those things. It's like when your parents buy you like clothes for Christmas. It's like, fuck you, but like this is probably good for me.
Yeah.
It's like eating vegetables. You're just kind of like, fuck this. I want it now.
If that's $8,000 in 2016, you said?
Yeah.
Oh, Kyle in chat being like, wait, I have a retirement fund too?
Oh, dude, no, yeah, I got that shit set up. I was 14. I was like, give me a retirement fund, bro. Because when I'm like 50, world's gonna be on fire.
You're gonna thank yourself, dude.
Running out of money to like build my underground bunker. So.
Dude, you were gonna be thanking yourself because having $8,000 when you're fucking like what 16, 17 with $8,000 in there.
I was 18.
18 with $8,000, so that's almost 4 years now.
Yeah.
And it just keeps building. Keeps building on that.
So in 4 years, dude, if that was 20% increase, that's like $2,000 extra. There's $10,000 in there, maybe.
I
gotta find it. I have no idea. Like,
when it's just like you have a retirement fund, but you don't know where it is.
My uncle told me.
I used it for youth corps, and so after I was done with it, I just never used it again. But I still do like tax return stuff for it, which like the state's like, hey man, we recommend you do this because it's good for your retirement, and I'm like, okay,
might as well.
I don't know, like that money's in there, and I can't touch it, so I'm like, fuck it, like it's gonna help. Okay, cool, like whatever.
Yeah,
if you're age 18, just put $20 a month into a retirement fund. And I know that kind of sucks when you're 18, but like you're gonna have millions when you're done.
Oh, that's what I do. Like I every month I transfer money into like a savings.
Yeah, it's just $20 is all I do. $20.
Yeah, and then as you make more money, put more money in.
Exactly. And then you're set up for retirement. Like that's the best thing to just worry about now. And here's the thing: you don't really have to worry about it. It's a small amount of money. You know, everything helps.
You can pull out your retirement fund during COVID, though. I think with less penalties from the IRS, like in like times of like.
I feel awful for those people who've been building on it.
Oh yeah, who have to pull out their retirement for the fuck
to survive. Some people have had it really bad this year.
Yeah,
and I think it's only gonna get worse too.
Oh, definitely. Did you guys see that Joe Manchin made a statement about not supporting $2,000 stimulus checks? Then the the stock market crashed, and he kind of backpedaled a little bit.
Yeah, you need if you want to get money, you gotta make sure people at the bottom have money too.
Yeah, he literally just he said he didn't like it, and the stock market immediately crashed. And he's like, no, I didn't mean I didn't like it. I mean I think we should work on the vaccine distribution first. That's what I meant by saying I don't support $2,000. It's not that I don't support it; it's that I don't want it first. Just to backpedal a little bit, get the stock market. But also, I feel like there's enough Republican votes where if Joe Manchin didn't, it would still pass.
Well, and honestly, though, he's senator of West Virginia, the poorest state in the union.
West Virginia's the poorest?
Yes, sir. Lowest median income.
Shit.
What's his name again?
Joe Manchin. The most powerful man in the Senate now, because he's gonna be willing to. He has the backbone to say no to the Democratic Party, the radical liberals.
Oh, the radical libs. John Ossoff. I'm so glad. Ossoff? I don't know how you say his last name.
I think Ossoff.
The only senator under 40.
I mean, really? Okay. If you exclude Puerto Rico, Northern Mariana Islands, American Samoa, U.S. Virgin Islands, and Guam. So yeah, the states. You don't count the territories. West Virginia has the lowest median income per capita, only behind Mississippi and Arkansas. And just as a heads up, it's number 52. 52. There's 50 states in the union.
For what? It's 52 for what?
DC has a higher median income than
yeah, that makes sense.
And Guam does.
Guam is doing better than West Virginia.
U.S. territory has a higher median income by $4,000.
Yeah, what do you think life is like in Guam?
7,000. To take that back.
Better than West Virginia. That's how it is, Micah.
Then the people living in like a lot of these territories like don't work because like they're old. But no, change my mind. Virgin Islands, American Samoa, Mariana Islands, Puerto Rico, Guam, all need to become states ASAP, and DC.
Yo, what do you think it's like just like moving to the America? We could just move there, right? If you want to.
To where?
The American Samoas.
Like, yes.
We're U.S. citizens. We can just like go there.
Yes.
Yeah,
I'm gonna look at Zillow.
Well, the thing is, if you become like if you achieve residency, you do not have to pay federal income tax, and you do not have to, but you also are not allowed to vote in the general elections.
Oh, that's lame. We gotta make him a state, for Christ's sake. It's kind of crazy to me that DC is not a state.
It makes sense to me. I understand why DC is not a state, because it's like supposed to be in between Maryland and Virginia. Like
no homes for sale. Is it just a military base? Like the whole fucking
DC?
All of it? No, all of Guam and America Samoa and.
Oh yeah, these are all like, oh, they're U.S. territories because we like no, because where the fuck is Guam? Close to Japan.
Yeah.
Dude, we have military bases like everywhere. Guam needs more love. Guam needs big love.
Hey, and they're soon going to introduce a resolution to abolish the Electoral College, which is all I've wanted. I'm so sick of my vote not mattering anymore.
Yeah. Here, I'm gonna go fill my water bottle, but you can keep talking about that.
It's not about Kyle. It's not about like it not mattering. It's just like somebody who lives in Wyoming, their vote matters more, and that's crazy to me. Like, what about equality? Everyone has equal. That's like a true democracy, right? Like everyone's got the same vote.
Yeah, no, like it really comes down to like the United States wants to be the EU, and it wants to be like England at the same time. Like the US, the US wants to simultaneously be the EU and like a foreign, like and UK is not a good example actually because they just left. And like France, like they want to be both, and you can't be both. You're either a country or you're like a part of a country. And so the whole idea of like the Electoral College and like, well, we want to give like all the states their own like vote. And I'm like, I get that. I understand that. But it's like, yeah, you get Wyoming. Votes in Wyoming are way more like they're way more powerful than votes in California. Yeah. But the answer to that is if you really want to keep that integrity, which is fine, like that's legitimate. If you want to keep the integrity, bro, you have to make different these are different countries now. Like you can't treat as one huge country with like 50 states if you're also like running elections as if like they're like each of these places are like their own country voting on like the country, and it doesn't add up. And so I mean shit, if they wanted to just do like all the states are their own country, then like, and the United States is like an EU, then like, okay, cool.
I mean, on some levels, I do like how states kind of can run their own laws. I really enjoy that part.
Critical.
Like Colorado is awesome.
Best unemployment program in the nation. Shout out.
Exactly. Like, I'm glad to live here because
major shout outs.
Solid, and thank God we're not living under West Virginia.
Dude,
rule.
West Virginia is like selling houses for dirt cheap to millennials so they move there.
Kentucky. No, that's the thing. Like, as like the as all of these states, the cost of living just gets so insanely high. People are going to start moving to like Wyoming and Montana and fucking West Virginia and all these small states. Because like, especially as like jobs become more and more like you can just do your job online for like a lot of jobs now.
Yeah,
like, people are gonna start moving away from metro areas and just like small. I think Montana's like the way to go. Honestly, Montana's cool.
Montana's dope. I've been there. I like Wyoming quite a bit, actually.
I'm saying, would you ever go to West Virginia?
No.
Arkansas?
No.
Mississippi?
No. You can list all of them. I'd go to Wyoming or Montana. I go to Montana. They have legal pot in Montana. Wyoming doesn't. Wyoming still got crazy laws.
I know Wyoming's still crazy. I just like how Wyoming looks like.
Let me give a.
Montana's like pretty similar though.
No, I agree.
I think.
Okay, so we're gonna start at the bottom of the list, only counting states for lowest median income going up. So we're starting at the bottom, going up.
West Virginia,
Mississippi, Arkansas, New Mexico. I would live in New Mexico.
New Mexico's
cool.
Louisiana, Alabama, Kentucky, Oklahoma, South Carolina, Tennessee, North Carolina, Missouri,
try.
And then Montana, Florida.
And wait, where was that for? What was that list in relation to?
That's low. That is median income by state in ascending order. So it goes from the poorest and it only gets richer.
New Mexico's surprisingly low on there.
What I just listed were the the bottom 10 states.
Yeah.
And out of the bottom 10, one is not in the South, and that's New Mexico.
Yeah.
Imagine voting for Republicans in those 9 states. Imagine.
They always do, dude.
They always. It's because they've been taught that way. You know, they think like they don't stay informed enough, but they think that they're
voting in their own interest.
You're getting fucked. Like
they really are. Over and over.
And I love how they're like, oh yeah, well, all those big liberal hubs and like where all the like big cities and stuff is just like all Democrat like junk. I'm like, bro, we have the best cost of like we have too high of a cost of living.
We have like the worst cost of living.
But like we got the best incomes. Like, these are better places to live.
Yeah.
I just want to say this. I just want to say this to anybody who lives in a southern state is like, you do matter. You do matter. And that's why you got to vote like you matter.
100%.
So many liberals, like, especially liberals and like extreme leftists, like toss away and call these people inbred racist idiots. That's not the way. Like, you fucking matter, dude. Like Georgia turned this year in the election. And I was not expecting that.
There's a lot of potential for other states to turn as well.
You fucking matter, dude. Like, you vote, like stay informed and vote to make your home better. You know, you guys, like, I don't know, rural. You guys do matter.
Treat yourself. Treat yourself to a new elected representative.
Exactly.
Okay, this is actually really cool. Let me get the little thing here. Colorado's number 12. Damn it, we need to be top 10 best income. We're not there yet.
We're like the healthiest though.
Yeah, I know we got like the least obesity here. Still quite a bit of obese people, honestly.
Colorado's barely hanging on to like the lowest obesity.
What is it? What's gonna steal the throne? Who's stealing the throne from us? Who's the second thinnest state?
Oh, I don't know. Let me look at. I mean, all the list.
That bums me out.
States by obesity. Bro, this just makes me sad.
All right, before you look at the bottom one, everyone make a guess on who's the fattest state, or make a guess. Yeah, just
Oklahoma.
I'm gonna go Louisiana.
Oh, Louisiana's a good guess.
I'm gonna say Florida.
Maybe it's out.
I think it's gonna be a southern state.
Oh, it definitely will be.
Texas.
Okay, let me pull it up here.
Everything's bigger in Texas.
Fuck, dude. It's
Mississippi.
Okay.
Mississippi has a 40.8%.
It is West Virginia.
West Virginia.
Wait, hold up. Oh, okay. I'm looking at the 2000s rank. As of 2020, 38.1% of West Virginians, of West Virginian adults, are obese.
Oh.
66.8% if you include overweight, and 20.9% of children and adolescents are obese.
Ooh, oh boy, I'm looking at it here. I'll show this to the stream. I'll link you guys too.
I found a obesity prevalence map that's showing me all the colors.
Fuck up the cameras for a second. I'm sorry, everybody watching. Just give me 1 second.
Colorado and DC are the only like green states on this map, and green's like healthy. That means 20%.
Colorado is the last state to like not hit like a certain threshold, and I was like, we got to hang on, man. Everyone eat well. Everyone eat well.
I want to say it's a lot of it's because a lot of people did move out here the last like 3 years. I want to say. Yeah,
Colorado's been blowing up, and they're bringing them out of staters, them foreigners. Get them foreigners out.
Foreigners. Get those obese foreigners out of here.
Yeah, like nationalism is just like state pride on like a way bigger and toxic level. Get out of here. Get out of my country. Southerners be like, you know what? No, it's a free country. I can go where I want. I can go where I want. It's like, look at anyone else.
Yeah, so can everyone else, dude.
Fucking country.
Yeah, I don't know why people don't like leave those states. That's also probably like a shitty take though.
What? It really is.
Like, I'm sure there's something redeemable about. I'm sure there's something redeemable about a lot of like the states that
Absolutely.
like I think of as shitty states to live.
Like Ellis Jackdaw.
Yeah, where was he from?
Is it Tennessee?
Who?
I think it was.
Oh, it was a guest we had, but he was talking about how a lot of people don't leave small towns.
Yeah. No one leaves. No one leaves,
and I'm very curious why. I want him back on. I kind of want to ask him that question.
My roommate last year was from a small town in Missouri, and she would always talk about how, like everyone in her hometown is like engaged, married, or pregnant right now. Like all of her friends from back home, and they're just like, I never want to leave. I never want to leave.
What jobs are there though? Like what opportunity exists?
They're moms. They are moms.
Well, like what are their husbands doing?
Like blue collar work,
construction, something like that.
Construction. I've heard coal or not coal.
You mean good clean coal?
Good clean coal.
Good clean coal.
But like steel workers.
Yeah. Steel workers actually get paid pretty well.
Yeah, they do. They get paid pretty well, but they don't leave.
It's dangerous.
They just stay.
Yeah. Oh, yes. This is the most dangerous work in America. Let's go. List of jobs by danger.
I was just looking at this. I'm gonna look it up too.
Yeah.
Logging workers was number one.
Myself.
Aircraft pilots is at number 3. That's so sketchy.
Aircraft? Are you talking about most dangerous jobs?
Yeah, and that's at number 3.
Per 100,000. I'm sorry. Could you repeat 1 and 2? I had Dolphin just got back and I just asked her a question.
Yeah, no sweat. Logging workers is number 1.
Yeah, I knew that.
So total 2 though. So per 100,000, 97 die. Fishers is number 2.
Oh, makes sense.
Aircraft pilots is crazy. Per 100,000, 58 die.
Dude, the agriculture, forestry, fishing, and hunting division has 23.2 per 100,000 deaths.
Wow.
Oh my god.
And it's like almost double of what second place is.
Wow.
Like being a cop isn't even on here.
No, being a cop is not a dangerous job, actually.
No. And in the top 10, like even lawn service and landscaping people die more than cops.
Educational and health services.
Is being a teacher more dangerous than being a cop?
I will absolutely go on record saying I would not want to be a police officer. I could. I don't think I could. Do I feel like I am qualified to be a cop right now? Absolutely not. I'm not trained, and I don't have the skills needed to make a good cop. Could I be a cop? Absolutely. I meet all the current qualifications to be a police officer. Would I want to? No fucking way.
The amount of training is insanity. They only train for like 2 months tops.
At good cops, thank you, because you guys don't get paid nearly enough, and you guys put up with a lot of BS. But then again, you need to renounce your institutions. If you want the same level of respect, you need to acknowledge like the problems that happen. Because like there are like non-racist white people, but like the only way for them to like help is to like come out and condemn other white people for being racist. It's the same thing with cops. It's like, bro, like you need like all a cab, I guess, because not enough cops come out. But the cops that do come out and the cops that do treat everyone equally and the ones that do like value the Constitution, yada yada. Thank you. God bless.
Thank you. I have a good cop story. I've got 2 good cop stories actually.
I have ratchet cop stories. Cops are weird.
I have no cops. I've literally have never gotten pulled over or had like an interaction with police officers.
I've been pulled over 3 times.
I've had interactions at a car accident. I did like interact with a police officer at a car accident, but
it's probably because I'm white. But I've had 3 great cop interactions, and I should not have. You guys want to hear them? All right. First one, I was 17. I was driving my mom's car from a hibachi place I used to work at. And it was in Highlands Ranch, which is like a really well-lit area. And I guess my mom had automatic headlights, and they just didn't turn on. And I got pulled over because he thought I was drunk. And the guy came up. He gave me like a stern talking to, and he gave me a court date. And then I went, and he decided not to show up. I think he just kind of did that to teach me a lesson.
Fucking cops.
To scare me. Number 2, I got pulled over for a broken brake light on my old car.
That's the worst.
And I was on the way to work, and I was almost late, and I was like wearing my whole like reflective uniform, and this guy comes up, and he's like, "Oh, let me just take a look at your license and stuff." And he comes back, and he just gave me a fist bump and told me to go.
Yeah.
And then the third one, I am surprised this went well. This is when you 2 lived together. And it was after I hung out with you guys one day. You know, I was driving back on the 95 right by the mountains. There's like nothing for miles.
Yeah.
And the speed limit is 65, and I was going 90.
Oh shit.
I was going 90. I was going 90 for like half an hour until I got pulled over. And the guy takes my license, and he goes back to his car, and he comes back, and he's like, "Yo, you have like the most amount of endorsements I've seen on any license ever."
What? Wait. So like every time a cop interacts with you, they like leave a little note?
No. Endorsement is like extra stuff I'm allowed to drive on my license.
Oh, okay.
Like CDL Class B, I've got a couple CDLs. I got motorcycle endorsement on there.
Yeah.
And he was also like, "Oh, and you were super nice the whole time. So here is a ticket for going 70 in a 65."
Oh my god, what a nice guy! Damn, because that's a hefty fine if you're 90. If you're going 25 over.
Yeah, I could have lost like my license. Honestly, I don't know.
Yeah.
That is the only ticket I've ever gotten, going 90 in a fucking 65.
And you got charged with going over 5?
Yeah.
I had one cop story, or like one cop interaction that was like, you could like definitely misconstrue it like as like harassment, but I completely like saw where the cop was coming from. I was like driving home from a high school dance. I was on student council, so I had to like stay late and clean it. So I'm driving home at like 1 a.m, and I got brand new like expensive ass tires on my car, and there's some huge potholes along Highway 42, and I literally like it's dead outside. I'm going the speed limit. I literally swerved, like not like a hard, but I like drifted.
You're dodging the potholes.
Yeah, like I completely like on purpose moved into the opposite lane, missed the potholes, and then went back for like, it was like overall like a 3-second ordeal. And there was no one out. We could see in front of me, like it was like a downhill. And then I got pulled over, and the guy's like, "Are you drunk?" And I was like, "No." And he's like, "I saw you swerving back there." And I'm like, "Oh, like this dude had like every reason to pull me over.
Yeah, he totally thought. Yeah,
like if you saw that, you would pull someone over. Like that's like most people don't swerve into oncoming traffic briefly and then go back. And then
at 1 a.m. At 1 a.m.
It was my first and only field sobriety test.
Was it fun?
I mean, no.
What did they ask you?
It's so stressful because like they could like issue you like a field sobriety test and you pass and they're like, okay, fail because you're drunk. And you're like, what do you talk? Like their word is always final. So the whole time you're stressed out being like, am I going to convince him I'm sober? And I did the walking thing. I was fine, but I was so tired and sweaty. And he saw my water bottle, my disposable one. And he asked me like, hey, what's in your water bottle? And I'm like, water. And he was like, really? And I was like, do you want to smell it? And he was like, no, thank you. And I was like, what am I going to do then? I was like,
he's like, no. I don't need to smell that liquor in there. And you're like, what?
It was one of those things where like I was doing everything, like answering his questions, I was being cool, but he was just like, just water in there. And I'm like, smell it. It's not like, no, you can't smell, but I swear it's water. It's like, okay, like, do you want to smell it? Like I get why you pulled me over. You're completely right in doing so. But like, I'm gonna prove to you I'm not drunk. And then and he's like, so why were you swerving? And I said, I got brand new tires, and those are huge potholes. That's why. And he was like, really? And I was like, you wanted the answer. I gave you the answer. That's where we're at right now.
That could be construed as harassment. He was digging a little bit.
One moment that I just have never forgotten about is when we were driving that one time just on Dillon. Or no, it wasn't Dillon. It was off of Dillon. What's that? Huh? Via Appia. Yeah, we were on Via Appia. And there's just an old couple driving on the wrong side of the road.
That was unhinged.
They're just like, we're on like the left of traffic. And then we just see on like the other across the street facing towards us, we just see a car driving on the same street. And it was just it was just these two old people. I bet it was like two old like British people or something. They just didn't know what was going on.
I don't know.
I will say, maybe they're just old, but I will say I almost made a right on red when I was visiting Australia. And they drive on the wrong side of the road.
Oh shit!
So it's like making an American left on red.
Parler's like gonna be over.
Why?
There's new Parler news. Because they use Amazon's as their like host for their data, and Amazon is removing them, and it's being removed from the Google and App Store.
Goodbye, Nazis.
Has it been removed yet?
Yeah, I think so. I downloaded it. It's a cesspool. It's pretty bad.
What's the icon for it?
A little P here.
What color is it? Is it purple?
No, it's red.
Red. Okay, yeah.
The one next to HBO Max and the little tuning software. That.
Yeah. Damn it! They did take it off. I wanted that relic.
They took it off of APK Mirror too, and that's like the only way to get apps that are off the store on Android.
It's not even on that.
Yeah, it's not even on APK Mirror. APK Mirror took it down yesterday, and I was upset because I forgot about that, and I was like, "Oh shit, I can go get it from an APK." But nah.
Yeah, no, it's over. I mean, there's nothing to gain on there. I just like wanted to.
It's just morbid curiosity, is what it is.
Yeah. I just wanted. Yeah, it was morbid curiosity, and it is bad. Like, it's like there are people like there's just like a lot of like hate speech on there.
Yeah.
Call to action. Devin Nunez. Who's he?
I got to see a lot of that on Reddit when the Donald Trump subreddit was still up, like a year ago.
Devin Nunez.
Have y'all ever browsed like 8chan?
Yes.
No, it scares me.
It's a scary place, dude. I was just scrolling through and he's like a bestiality thread, and I was like, nah, I'm good.
It's literally all like far right stuff and like
far right or illegal or as taboos you can get. It's crazy.
It's really odd. It's a really odd place. But
even like 4chan scares me a little bit.
Dude, no, you should look at the
dude who's like the creator of Parler is like how to delete your Amazon account. It's like that's his last post on Parler.
Wait, is he far right?
Probably.
Gang.
The guy who made 8chan, you guys ever heard? He was like arrested after it got shut down.
I'm gonna go on 8chan right now.
It's gone. It was removed a long time ago.
Or 8kun. 8kun.
8kun. What's the link for that? Is it akun.net?
KUN.top.
.top.
They think
there
they're
we go.
saying
I missed
this is another statement by John. It said, "We are the closest thing to competition Facebook or Twitter have seen in many years. I believe Amazon, Google, Apple work together to try and ensure they don't have competition. They will not win. We are the world's last hope for free speech and free information. What they are doing is unprecedented, unfounded, and absolutely disgusting, shameful. This is a battle against all of us, liberals, conservative, atheists, Christians, black, white, etc. They want to keep their monopoly over speech. They want us fighting. They don't want us working together. They don't want us working with each other. They want us hating one another. Parler brings two people with conflicting ideas together. Our mission is free speech, democracy, and us the power people having that made no sense. Democracy, and US the people having the power maybe. The elite don't want us to be free. They want hate, division, and power. For us to win this fight, we need everybody back on Parler Tuesday. By Monday at noon, we will be fully operational again."
Hey. Bro, the stuff on like the 2020 presidential election thread on 8chan, or what was formerly 8chan, like just the opening statement, I don't even know if I could like say it, like quote it and not feel racist.
Yeah.
Like I could be like quote and then just like I don't feel comfortable like saying like just saying these phrases.
Yeah.
It's just racist. It's so ridiculously like anti-Semitic and racist. But being an incel is like a self-fulfilling prophecy, and those people are just like reeking on here.
Opening Akun was a mistake. I am like absorbed in this.
Careful, man. Don't let them turn you.
It's not even. It's just morbid, bro.
Can we just get Marianne Williamson as our president from now on?
Yeah, 100%.
Let's get them as our guest.
I don't think Marianne Williamson's too high profile to come on our podcast right now, Kendall.
No, I think she'd do it.
It's kind of hard to find low profile people.
Here's a just this thread. I'm just like reading through this, and I'm like, God, like come on.
Should I call Mitch McConnell's office and ask if he would like to be on our podcast?
Yeah, you should call. You should record it. Like record you leaving a message there, and we'll play it on the next show.
I'll just do it now.
No, you gotta call during you gotta call during work hours, just on the off chance that like one of his staffers pick up, and then ask them also if they want to come on.
Oh, we'll hit them with
if not him, I'll just be like, would you like to come on? I'm just curious about like how a staffer's job is.
Yeah.
Straight up, just like we call in and like we're trying to secure an interview. It's like, oh no, sorry, Representative
McConnell
can't is not available. And we're like, oh no, you
with you
are you available for an interview?
Me?
Okay, real talk. One thing that I hate on here is everyone talking shit about Hunter Biden's laptop. Hunter Biden's not running for president.
Is your mic hooked up to a tin can? I had no clue. I had no idea. That's amazing. That's an awesome mic.
I just put the mic inside it, but it made it kind of echoey. Like I just people talk about like, talk about decency. What about Hunter Biden? Like I was like, oh, Trump's an indecent person. It's like, well, have you seen Hunter Biden? I'm like, Hunter Biden's not running for president.
He doesn't have any power. And like also like the one hiring their kids is actually Donald Trump.
Yeah. Like his whole family is in there.
Wild.
Hunter and Joe are the same person. No, they're not.
They arrested the dude with the face paint and the Viking horns.
Yeah, I saw that today.
Get dunked.
Dudes, I mean, what makes you think you're not going to get arrested for trespassing on government property?
Yo,
but
where maybe even though you don't like masks, maybe that's a good time to wear a mask when you're trespassing on government property.
My favorite part, so there, you know that person who got shot, right? I think it was a lady.
Yeah, well, yeah, the woman that was she was climbing a barrier.
Yeah, she posted on like one of her posts on Twitter was like traitors to the U.S. should die by firing squad.
Oh my god! Well, I saw one on when I was on Parler checking it out earlier today. I saw one post about how she's an Antifa, she's a member of Antifa, and that we shouldn't feel bad for her. And it's like, no, there's literally one of your own.
Yeah, it was literally one of your own.
But they're trying to blame it all on Antifa now.
I mean, AFB has already said it was Antifa, but I can't say that because they'll just be like, FBI is run by Democrats. You just can't get through to them. I just don't think you can help someone see the other side, especially if they like. It's just confirmation bias is so strong.
Oh my god, this is awful. This is an awful place, Kyle. I just saw the link. The archive or whatever. Oh yeah. I don't even want to say it. I don't even want to say it. I don't even want to say the name of the website.
Yeah, absolutely. It sounds bad.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, this is what anonymity gets to do. Like, so a lot of these people have families, bro. I'm looking at this too.
Children.
Like, these people have children. Some of these people talking. I know we're not going to say this stuff out loud because there is some.
Yeah, this is not good audio content, but it is very disturbing.
See, don't you want to keep scrolling because it just?
Yeah, I closed it though.
Yeah,
I'll close too negative.
I'm out.
Too much. But I will say the onion chans are crazy. Those are really fun.
What's on there? Like that's not allowed on. Like I feel like they don't have like any moderation going on the other ones.
No, it's pretty much like the same stuff. But they're not like. It's not like. Completely unhinged, like I mean, like it is, but like it's very similar to the stuff like on 8chan and stuff like that. It's very very similar. It's very very similar.
Yeah.
Except there's like even more anonymity, and they have like actual like links to like far right terrorist groups, like how to join, like how to contact us, and it's
yeah. Yo, an 88-foot deep sinkhole opened up in Naples, Italy, in the hospital parking lot. Sinkholes are crazy. They're so big.
Big hole. Be like, you're coming down.
Yeah.
You're coming down now.
That must be super scary to be like, I don't know. Do you think sinkholes open up pretty fast? It's like a big collapse, or is it kind of like a more gradual thing?
The times I've seen them happen, they open up like immediately.
Yeah.
Just drop. Like a coworker's car got totaled in his driveway. His driveway just fell off into a sinkhole.
Yeah, I'm gonna look it up. See sinkhole opening up.
Oh my god. Where's Medicaid?
Oh yeah. It's a little gradual, but ooh, that's scary. I don't know if I can show this. It's ABC News, but if you just search sinkhole opening up on YouTube, it's the first result by ABC News. It's kind of gradual, but wow, there's really like a lot of like empty space under. Oh, I guess it's because a lot of Earth is shifting, but there's like it's a deep hole. If you drove into that, you're fucked.
I mean, that's why the sinkhole happens. That's why it happens, because it gets empty under there. Like the water erodes it away or something.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah. If you like drove over that, could definitely do some damage. Yeah, but the sinkhole and oh my god, some of these are massive.
Swallowed several cars, but no one was hurt. R.I.P. Hold up. What was this?
Oh my gosh. If you look on the second one from, it's in Japan, it's 4 lanes collapse. It's massive. It's crazy. Okay, we'll move on.
So I kept reading this other article that like the obesity one that we had, we were talking about, and Medicaid accounts for 2% of United States healthcare spending, and obesity, obesity accounts for 12% of national healthcare cost.
Oh, that's huge. I guess that makes you think of like the interest in like medical companies for people to be obese because they'll make more.
We're looking at you, southern states. We're looking at you right now.
Isn't that weird though that like the sicker people are, the more money these companies make for like any big healthcare company?
Medicine should not be for profit.
No,
it shouldn't.
And then like the idea that they can just pick the prices and like literally it's life or death in a lot of people's scenarios. So of course they're gonna pay whatever they can, even if it's like way too much.
There was a state that I can't remember what state we talked about this like a few weeks ago that like capped the price of insulin at $50, which is awesome.
That is really good.
It's a very goat move.
What do you think Trump's doing with his time?
Well, he did try to circumvent his Twitter ban 3 times by going to he went to his manager's account, got deleted. He went to the POTUS account, got deleted, and I forgot the other one. And then he tried posting elsewhere too that got like immediately removed. But like there's been several like preemptive like stop Trump from. That was the guy's pastime.
Yeah.
That was his hobby, was going on Twitter, because he'd be up at like 4 a.m. posting stuff.
He's got to have made a new Twitter account, right? Like had someone get him a new phone or something. Like I knew it. Like he like has a secret Twitter account with like 4 followers or something.
What, so he can like go look, or I don't know.
So he can still look at it.
But I think what he likes about Twitter
he just tweets. He doesn't say any. You don't think he's browsing much. He's just saying stuff.
I mean, if you go sort by new like every hour and scroll for like an hour each, you can maybe find him if you know how to like find his vocabulary, because he tweets. He's like the only guy who tweets like that.
Yeah, that's true. Elon Musk made $14 billion in one day.
Oh my!
Trump change.
Elon Musk, can you like give back to the community a little bit? Give back to the people. Everyone loves you for some fucking reason. I don't get it.
Can you please stop destroying Latin America and the Congo? Thank you.
But the lithium. But my batteries.
I haven't heard about this. Can you explain?
It's a big issue in the renewable energy sector. Is that like, while renewable energy is good and there's an overwhelming push for it in the United States, on record I am like pro renewable energy.
They're going about it the wrong way.
Well, the infrastructure for renewable energy, like there isn't sun all the time, there isn't wind all the time. It heavily relies on batteries and thus precious metals. And a lot of in these lithium ion batteries, they use a lot of lithium and cobalt. And the lithium is very unethically sourced from Chile and like Bolivia, Argentina, in like these mines. These lithium mines, they don't pay people very well. It's just capitalist extortion of these developing countries. And then it's even worse in the Congo for cobalt and stuff, where they're just completely a lot of these companies are just taking advantage of people in these countries, because they don't have a constitution out. They don't have the constitution out there. Big companies do whatever the fuck they want, and they can pay these people dirt, and it's like, okay. And so it's just like we're growing our renewable energy infrastructure. Like, oh my god, how did the lithium-ion batteries just it went from hardly existing to it exists everywhere, and vapes in cars.
The most popular, yeah.
Bro, we literally ransacked these regions, just completely ransacked these regions, and just ravaged resources. Yeah. And now
that's what all our phone batteries, or any portable device, battery banks, your Switch, everything's lithium ion now. Your fucking Tesla, your car, your electronic car.
Yep, it's one of those things. And I'm not here saying that gas cars are the future. I'm not saying that.
You know what? No, it's like I remember I heard about it a few years ago. Like we don't have like enough, but like there's like ideas of like it's like whatever's next after lithium. I don't remember what it was, but it was like some insane upgrade over like the capabilities of a lithium ion battery. But I don't think it's a resource we have a lot of access to.
At our current spending rate, which does go up every year, so that needs to be considered. The United States has about 25 to 27 years of natural gas reserves left, which is like not assuring. But we have over 270 years of liquid petroleum reserves.
270
at our current consumption rate. Well, I mean, this was 2018. This was 2018 consumption rate. 270 years worth of liquid petroleum reserves. Like, we are not going to run out of gasoline or diesel or oil anytime soon. We're not going to run out. And like,
so we need to find a better way, huh?
It's nuclear energy. It's just that. Like, that's the answer. I'm just
people are so scared of it.
Well, yeah, because they're dumb. They are consistently told that how dangerous nuclear power plants are, and it's like, well, yeah, if you stand inside of a nuclear like in like the reactor chamber, yes, all of your skin will and like your all your bone marrow will liquefy, and like your organs will completely like turn to jelly, and you will like die a very painful death. That's 100% true, but like, if you fucking sit in a coal combustion chamber, you're gonna be incinerated.
Yeah.
So it's like, what comparison are you making? Like, more people die at coal and natural gas plants, substantially more than at natural gas.
I think it's just important to, if we were to move to nuclear, you just have to have good, highly regulated, and have like good laws for like making sure that the buildings are maintained, and like stop using a power plant if it's not working out anymore. Like, but like, because like all of the issues are on negligence, right? Like,
yeah. So that's the thing, is that
it's like poorly, like the issues in the past are like poorly built, or like someone fucking up.
No, so the United States nuclear power plants are some of the like best built buildings in this country. These things have such strict regulations when it comes to like how they need to be built, because of the immense fear. And so they can be commissioned for 40 years, but then once their 40 years is up, they can submit an appeal to gain another 20 years. But after 60 years, a nuclear power plant must shut down and cannot continue operations. Even if they are 100% capable of it, the U.S. government's like, nope, there's not worth the risk. And it's like, okay, that sounds like a smart thing to do. But like, even with nuclear power plants and their accidents, it still is completely dwarfed by coal and natural gas accidents and deaths every year. Even
let
during
alone,
an accident.
not even accidents, dude. Literally, like polluting the environment. Also.
Oh yeah,
like around them, living near a coal plant is like really bad for like your water and the environment, like your local ecosystem.
Bro, you get more. You receive more ionizing radiation. The one that is the scary one. You receive more ionizing radiation from living in Denver for a year than living within a 50-mile radius of a nuclear power plant.
Is it because of Commerce City? Or
no,
what's the radiation in Denver from?
The sun.
Oh.
You have 1 mile less of atmosphere. You have, like, the atmosphere.
Are cancer rates higher in Colorado because of that, or like skin cancer? Do we have high rates of skin cancer here?
Yes, I mean, I don't know about rates, but like, yes, it is easier to get a sunburn, and sunburns are more dangerous at elevation. You have less air or atmosphere.
I know that pilots get higher rates of cancer.
You're closer to the sun. It's not warmer. You just die easier.
Yeah. Maybe that's why pilots are so dangerous.
Yes, if people freak out about it, like, bro, if you're at sea level and you live like within 50 miles of a nuclear power plant, you're receiving less radiation than you would living in Denver for a year. Like living in Denver, away from a nuclear power plant. Like it's ridiculous. It's so obnoxious. And it's like, okay, cool, Kaya, what about the accidents? And it's like, okay, let's look at the accidents. They're bad and they're tragic and they're kind of crazy and they release a lot of radiation and people get hurt and people die. But then look at every single year for coal. Like more people die every single year due to coal and natural gas accidents than nuclear has ever had. Like nuclear's never had a year where it's had more deaths or accidents. It's just never had that. So like it's just crazy how many more people get hurt and die. And it's just like, oh, the radiation. I'm like, just sit inside a coal plant. The stuff that you breathe, the smoke and all the coal dust is so bad for you. And then not to mention, like, we get coal, right? We're still mining coal.
Yeah, we love
about 2% of coal is uranium. And so we don't just, you cannot burn it because it releases it into the atmosphere and that's really bad. But so it's like all coal are like, I mean, they extract as much uranium as they can. Obviously, there's always a tiny little bit that goes through. But we're still like building up a uranium supply. Like we're not like even though like we're shutting down all the nuclear plants, we're not stopping uranium collection because it needs to be taken out of the coal that we burn. So like it's stockpiling. And it's just like, if we're not like using it for like for fission, what are we using it for? It's like, oh, probably just holding on to it for a bomb.
Yeah,
we already have like tons, but it's one of those things where it's like, this isn't like but we have to go out of our way to get uranium now. It's like, no, like we every year we have tons of it.
We have the materials to make them,
Like we have it. It's there. We need to procure it to burn our coal. We need to procure, like, take the uranium out. We don't take the lead, mercury, and arsenic out, and so yeah, like the exhaust from coal plants.
Whatever bad has happened from lead, mercury, or arsenic.
I don't know, man. Way worse than living near a nuclear power plant. Have you seen the silos? The waste silos at St. Vrain Power Plant?
No.
It's United States. It's Colorado's former nuclear power plant. It's no longer a nuclear power plant.
Why?
Just it wasn't worth it, and they converted to a natural gas and coal plant. And I think they're shut down now.
It's wild. Now I'm curious.
Yeah. It stopped in 1989.
Oh, okay. Been gone for a while.
Yeah, it was originally built as a nuclear power plant and operated as a nuclear generating power plant from 79 to 89, and then was converted to a natural gas plant. But you can look up their silos. They're like where they have they used they were a uranium and thorium plant. That was what they like processed, which is like those are like pretty tame when it comes to fissile materials.
Yeah, what did you say? Thorium?
No, thorium's dope.
I don't know about thorium.
I saw a YouTube video about thorium and I was like, dude, why aren't we fucking doing this? It's like way stable and safe as fuck, and it provides so much goddamn energy. It's insane.
Oh yeah, no one even talks about the energy density from.
Yeah, thorium is. Oh, that's the future. Except we're not gonna be there. We're all gonna die from global warming before.
The exhaust gas from a nuclear power plant is just water. It's just water vapor. Yeah. Granted, it also does produce nuclear waste. I'm not gonna not say that. But let me find the St. Vrain silos here.
I asked in my disaster and hazard class. I asked my teacher what she thought about nuclear plants as like an option for transitioning to renewable, and she's like, "Yeah, it's necessary. Like out of all of like the options, it's like the least harmful for the benefit."
Yeah.
Like she's like, I still don't like nuclear energy, but like if you were to renew it, like to deal with our current ecological crisis, it's like pretty much the only option that can quickly transition you out of using fossil fuels.
Precisely. I got sent you a video about thorium, but you know, just watch it after, I guess.
Yeah.
It's really funny because, like, okay, let's talk about nuclear waste. It's like, okay, yeah, that's like scary. Nuclear waste is scary, and where are we gonna put it? Oh yeah, no, that's a really good question. Like that's a hard thing to answer. We have extremely like the rate like there is no nuclear waste in the Yucca Mountain yet. All nuclear waste is maintained on site at a nuclear. So all the nuclear waste from St. Vrain's power plant is still there in these gigantic these gigantic concrete like pillars. And like, okay, that is like a huge problem we need to figure out. But what about the waste from everything else, from coal? Where does it go? We breathe it in. At least with nuclear, if we fucking contain it, it's like, well, what do we do with it? I'm like, I don't know, but and that's a question that needs to be answered. But with the coal, we're just putting it in the air.
Yeah, do you think a lot of it is just like lobbyists from other fields of energy, just like trying to make nuclear energy unpopular? Like, why did we fall out of it so hard?
Yeah, there's like lobbying from the fossil fuel industry. It's just because like you have so little uranium just accounts for like you can just replace so much coal. So it's like, why buy a little bit of coal? Like nuclear power plants are like a backwards investment, or like no, yeah, they're an investment. Like you pay way more upfront because they are much more expensive to build, but they provide cheaper energy. And so they pay for themselves, usually most pay off in about 10 years off of taxpayer dollars. And but then like they operate for 60 years. So with coal plants, it's just like cheap energy that just stays and gets more expensive. Whereas nuclear energy, like, it's not like, okay, well, there's higher uranium demand. It's like we like have to separate it. We have to extract it from our coal. So we are just consistently generating so much. The expense comes from building the plant, and then pretty much it's like,
and that's it. Like
for discounted energy,
it pays itself off so quick too. Because one nuclear reactor like powers like how many cities? Or I think it's just one maybe, but
it depends on the power plant output, but
they uranium gets a lot of life in a nuclear fission chamber.
So like one uranium fuel pellet, I need to figure out how much that is.
Yeah,
one uranium pellet. It is a it's a little cylinder with a 1/2 inch height, or half an inch height, half an inch diameter.
That's so insanely small.
Yeah, so a 1/2 inch by 1/2 inch cylinder of uranium. I got too many tabs. Has the same energy density. Creates as much energy in a plant. So this accounts for power plant efficiency losses and transmission losses. As 1 ton of coal, 149 gallons of oil, or 17,000 cubic feet of natural gas.
That's why uranium's where it's at.
Yeah.
What the fuck are we doing? What are we doing?
You put
Wait, how many gallons?
Huh?
How many gallons of gas?
149.
How many gallons of gas? 149?
149 gallons of oil, crude oil.
Oh, okay, that's different. I'm like, 149, my car gets like 12 gallons, so that's not that many tanks.
Yeah, and it still generates like a huge percentage of the country's energy, like still. People forget about that. If you people forget
a fucking inch, man.
Just how many all the nuclear plants are shutting down. They've outlived their lifespan because it was like big in like the 50s, 60s, 70s. So they're like just shutting down because of law. They have to. And it's just, we're not renewing them, or we're not creating more. And it's just like, ass. It's big ass, bro.
Absolutely. Half an inch, bro, by half an inch.
A typical reactor holds 18 million pellets.
That's nuts.
So
it's
insane.
just
18. Like, I don't know. Everyone, I feel like a lot of people who are 18 million are like, yeah, 18 million is a mind-boggling number. You can't even imagine that amount. You can't even imagine a million.
So yeah, just one of their reactors holds. I mean, it holds 18 million tons of coal worth of energy.
Oh my god!
It's one of those things, and like there's multiple reactors, so it's like one of those things where it's like it's stupid to not. It is important.
How much fucking coal exists?
Dude, people work in nuclear power plants. People have to work there. Like
yeah, I've seen The Simpsons. I know that.
These facilities are built. They have so much concrete. They're like people work there and they're fine. Like there are accidents and like those are legitimate. But like Chernobyl is such a bad example of like, oh well, look what happened in Chernobyl. It's like you need to learn about what happened in Chernobyl. There's a lot of poor choices that were made.
The scale of Chernobyl, though, like if you, like the actual buildings inside, it's crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, the amount of concrete it takes for that is insane. What about what are the concrete stats for nuclear power plants?
The concrete stats?
Yeah.
Oh, I'll look it up. Concrete.
Like how much concrete does it take to save us? What do we even? I actually don't even know what concrete's made out of.
Okay,
it's made of concrete, idiot.
Unlike the concrete, let's see, where's the okay.
Duh.
Unlike the concrete, so nuclear power reactors are typically lined with concrete. So the reactor is like, like a big chamber lined in concrete, then is surrounded by a larger steel containment vessel, then surrounded by an outer concrete structure. And unlike the concrete in a sidewalk, concrete in nuclear power plants uses high density aggregates to shield effectively against radiation. But it can be susceptible to alkali silica reactions from like the radiation.
How much is it vegan though?
What's up?
Is it vegan?
Is it vegan? Yeah.
Are you sure? Did you know sidewalks aren't vegan?
What?
Is concrete not vegan?
no, there's animal. I learned it in my animals in society class. If I remember correctly, here let me look it up. But I believe it was like pig hairs. There's some type of animal fiber in there.
So we're just gonna put animals in everything, huh?
Bro, honestly,
my Jello isn't safe.
That doesn't surprise me in the slightest.
So there's animal products in pretty much everything, including concrete. I don't remember what it was. Oh, here, let me see if I might have found it.
So just for the foundation, just for a nuclear power plant foundation, okay? It is a 120 foot by 150 foot, 11 foot deep concrete raft. So I have a calculator on my desk. Shout outs to these old ones. I like these. 120 times 50 times 11. So yeah, every nuclear power plants are built on a 198,000 cubic foot concrete raft. Just to start.
Yeah, did you know that refined sugar is not vegan?
Yes, I didn't know that. That's why you don't buy refined sugar. You buy brown sugar. Bones.
What's in it? Oh, bones?
Yeah, they use it to filter it.
What the fuck am I eating? Holy shit.
I gotta find out what animal products are in concrete. Fuck. I could email my professor. I could email my professor from like 2 semesters ago and have an answer next week if I can't figure it out.
Oh my god. The Hinkley Point concrete reactor structure comprises primarily a main biological shield, 100 foot, that's 100 feet high, in the form of a 12-sided polygon. So it's like a D12, where like the distance from the top face or the bottom face to the top face is 100 feet.
Did you guys know that your computer monitor is not vegan?
No, I was legit thinking about that. I was like, nothing's fucking vegan. And I
LCD screens contain animal cholesterol.
Shit.
What the fuck? So everything's only been possible for us.
Yeah. Your razor, you know that little strip on the top of your razor, like above the blades.
Yeah.
Contains animal fat in it. Photographs. God damn it. Playing cards. To reduce the static and enable them to add to fan easier, they're coated with stearic acid, which I guess it comes from animals. Plastic bags, trash bags, drywall, tires, shoes, rubber soles and shoes, fireworks, paint, bricks, and cement. Yeah. The foundation of your home itself may contain traces of ox blood and or animal fat, which supposedly increases the longevity of building materials. Sugar, fertilizers, glue, photo paper, LCD screens, vitamins and supplements. Vitamin D supplements come from animals.
There's no answer if my 3DS is vegan.
Why? No, it's not. It's definitely not vegan if it has a screen on it. If it has LCD screen, I guess it's not vegan.
LED screens.
Your favorite? I think it was both, but hold up. Oh, yeah, I don't know about LEDs actually.
So my TV might be vegan.
It might. Sprinkles are not vegan. What? Fruits and vegetables, the wax coating on produce is there to help protect the product as well as give it a nice shine so that it's more attractive to the customer. That wax could be plant-based, animal-based, or even made from petroleum. So maybe some of like the products at the grocery store have that are like shiny, it's made with animals.
There are some I know that there are some parts of the US where like avocados and even broccoli are considered to be not vegan because of the inhumane treatment of like bees needed to like they have to keep them in transit to keep the vegetables fresh. And so for these like long distance commutes, they literally bring the farm with them. And I know that
bees are just fucked.
Like, but it's crazy how like they'll like they need to like in order to get the vegetables there fast enough to make them look as fresh as they do. Yeah, like they do like go through tougher measures, and you can like be your own judge of like whether putting bees like subjecting bees to that is like cruel or not. But I mean, it's like we don't have to do that, so like why are we doing that?
It's because it's more capitalism shit, you know. It's like making your product look as amazing as possible, so as many people and make it as available to as many people as possible. Back to capitalism every time.
I'm not here to like circle jerk bees. I'm just here to shit on institutions that like are completely built upon like capitalist tenets of taking advantage of something else for your own personal gain, or more so a collective. And it can be from people or to bees. Like it's the principle that's the same. You view these things as subhuman, and thus you subject them to work that they cannot consent to under coercion or just because you can. And there you go, man. It's like I could describe that, and you could put a bunch of institutions to that. Like, what am I describing? And so it's one of those things where it's like, it's just a principle, bro.
Oh my god, dude.
It really is.
Pigs are in everything.
Yeah.
Pigs are in literally everything. It's the pig hair is used in insulation and upholstery and brushes, which is not surprising. The pig's dried bone is used in water filters, glass, enamel, porcelain, fertilizer, mineral source in feed, bone meal, bone china, and buttons. Pig acid and glycerin is in antifreeze, plastic, cellophane, floor wax, cement, waterproofing agents, fiber softeners, crayons, chalk. Yo, crayons aren't vegan. Insulation.
No, crayons almost makes sense to me. I don't know why.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
It's all about like I feel like animal parts a lot of times are used for like a consistency. They're used for like a consistency.
It's like impossible to. You literally can't live in anywhere and be like a true vegan.
True. Yeah.
Like it's really fucked up. Like you couldn't buy anything.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Did you look up about LEDs?
No, I tried looking. I couldn't find jack shit.
I sent a really small image, but this is a really low res from a PDF that from the Department of Energy. That is that's the facility where the spent nuclear fuel at St. Vrain is stored, and I'll send some more photos of like what it looks like on like. Here you go. Here's like a good one. And I don't know if you can link these at all, Micah, but copy image. I'll put this one in there too. Like this is what they look like. This is where this is where your nuclear fuel is. Like this is where spent nuclear fuel hides out.
Where are you linking it?
I'm pasting it all in general.
General.
So I don't know if you can like show it on screen or anything. I'm just sending like a bunch of different ones.
It's gonna be kind of small, but I think I can do it.
What the fuck is wrong with Rudy Giuliani's face?
He's going crazy.
Melting.
I had a great idea for a thumbnail. I'm trying to cut it out, and I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, you got to put that woman in there from the Capitol raid.
That's what I was thinking too. I was gonna have a trial by combat with Rudy Giuliani.
She is so funny looking, like in like a good like. I'm not trying to like be mean to that woman, but like she's funny looking, like in like a good way. But like,
what is this?
What's she doing there?
Who is it?
The woman I posted in shit posting.
Okay. L, bro.
The one that raided the Capitol building with the little flag. Like that's just like, what is she doing there? It's just such tourist energy.
It really is. It's like Asian tourist energy.
Yeah, bro. She's just out there chilling, you know.
I think that's probably a good spot to cut our podcast. It's about 1:50.
Episode 12. I want to do that thing where I fade away and then
fade transition.